Hello, everyone out there. My name is Uche Onyebadi, and the forum is Cross-Cultural Experience. If you're familiar with this program, it's where I invite somebody who must have left his or her cultural environment, traveled somewhere, experienced something, and is willing to share that experience, especially what the person learned from that experience. And so today I take you all the way to Accra in Ghana, where my friend is waiting to introduce himself. Nana, take it from there.
Okay, good evening to you, Professor Uche, and good evening to all our viewers out there. It's it's quite a pleasure to be here this evening to be part of this ever-growing forum. My name is Nana OPOKU OSEI-SRAHA. I am a systems and network engineer, graduated from Cuba in the year 1999. Presently an adjunct lecturer and also the supervisor of IT services in GIMPA, that is the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration,
Now, let
located
me,
here in Accra, West Africa.
let me ask you, all the way Cuba.
Yes, that's where I schooled.
Okay. Well, why did you have to opt for Cuba? I mean, people go to England and all that from Ghana, from Nigeria, from the Gambia, but yours is Cuba.
Yeah. That's a very good question, and we get it quite often.
Okay.
Well, I had a very unique opportunity of joining a group of very, very young men and women between the ages of 12 and up to the maximum was about 17 years. So 12 to 17 years, young men, very small boys. In Ghana, we call them small boys because when you're of that age, you are still a small boy. So we didn't opt to go to Cuba. We were chosen under a special arrangement between the government of Ghana, then led by Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings.
Okay, J.J. Rawlings.
J.J. Rawlings, and then the government of Fidel Alejandro Castro Ruz. Everybody knows him as Fidel Castro.
Right.
Also late. So there was some form of cultural exchange where Cuba extended a hand to many African countries, and Ghana took advantage. So I'm a product of that program.
All right. So you must be speaking Spanish, I'm sure.
I speak very good Spanish, very good Portuguese, and I did a little in Italian and French as well.
All right. Okay. Let's start with your experience in Cuba. I'm sure you want to tell about that experience. What experience did you have?
Yeah. You know, our years in Cuba was quite a lengthy one because we went through the system of, first of all, going to learn the Spanish language for a full year.
Okay.
Before we started what is known in Ghana as JSS, which is junior high school.
Okay.
Or junior secondary school.
Secondary school, okay.
So when we finished the language, then we started the school. But then one experience which stand out mostly for me, and it's quite a cultural shock and a cultural, should I call it a bit of a low for us, was when we got to Cuba. We were very young. Like I said, the group, the senior most people were 17, 18 years, no more.
Yes. How old were you? How old were you at that time?
I was going to be 2 days to 13 years when I got the opportunity to travel.
Oh, okay. That's just young.
So I was 2 days away to my birthday, 2 days, 2. We left Ghana 20th of August, 1986. And I was going to be, on my birthday was going to be 22nd of August.
Yeah.
So 2 days to my birthday, I had to move because I had a scholarship, government scholarship. I was chosen, I was selected, and we had to go.
Okay. So what was that experience?
Coming back to your question.
Right. Okay.
Coming back to your question of some of the cultural shocks or cultural experiences in Cuba, there were many because, as I said, personally, I was in Cuba from 86 to the year 2000 thereabout.
Okay.
So that's quite a long time.
That's a long time indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, quite a long time, because you went through the JSS, which is junior high, the SSS, with the senior high, then you go to university, and then if you are lucky like I was, you stay 1 year trying to try your hands in the Caribbean countries, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Barbados, try your hands to make some money before you come
all over
home.
that area. Okay.
Yeah, all in the Caribbean, in the Caribbean. Now, coming to the question, Professor, thank you so much. The cultural thing that I can easily always remember, and I do say it every time I have the opportunity, was that when we went to Cuba, as I said, we went in August. So Ghana was under the leadership of Flight Lieutenant John Rawlings, J.J. Rawlings.
Yeah.
Now, 31st December was a big day in Ghana then, very big day, because it was the day Rawlings came onto the power.
Okay.
Onto the throne of presidency, onto government, or into government. So it was celebrated as a national day. It was a liberation day. It was a big day for Ghana and Ghanaians elsewhere. So whilst we were in Cuba, I remember our Cuban teachers as well as the Ghanaian teachers always would try to organize something like a festive day for us on such an occasion. So we will have a lot of food, a lot of drinks, and things like that. And we will try as much as possible to cook Ghanaian dishes.
All right.
Because, as students, we had a lot of ladies among us. There were ladies, as in Ghanaian girls or Ghanaian ladies. And then there were teachers who were Ghanaian teachers, and there were Cubans who were Cuban teachers. So we were all in one school, one compound, a big compound of about 600 students. Now, I think it was our first 31st December celebration or the second celebration, which means that it was within the first year or the second year.
Second year, okay.
Then I remember there was a lot of food, and there were a lot of goats and sheep to be killed for the festive occasion. Okay.
All right.
Now, what I know is for the Cubans, and you are African, so I'm going to try quickly to describe this. All the inside of the animal, let's say if you kill a goat, the inside, the intestine, all those things, we eat them. And it's a cultural thing. We eat them.
I
know you are African, I know you guys also eat them.
I understand.
Yeah, but for the Cubans, that was a no-no.
Okay, what happened?
So just imagine with our teachers, the Ghanaian teachers, the Ghanaian authorities, the Cuban authorities, everybody present. And then we, the very young ones, the seniors among us will give us those parts so that we will prepare some pepper soup.
Pepper soup, yes.
And then when we prepared the pepper soup with that, the Cubans were watching us. First of all, they felt that part should be thrown away. Those intestines and all those things in the animal should be thrown away. But it was a big deal for us. And it was a good food for us.
Always a big deal.
Yeah. Now, what happened was that after they allowed us to consume that,
yes,
but the next day or the next 2 days, then they brought a lot of medical personnel from the hospital into the school to test us if we were sick.
Oh.
So can you imagine the Ghanaian authorities were trying to resist them that, look, everybody is fine. We are not sick. This is part of us. We eat it. So that was a very big cultural thing for me as a small boy. And I started understanding them that something that we love here and we cherish here was so a no-no to them,
Yeah.
It became a big deal in the school. It was like, how do you guys consume this?
Okay, at least they didn't think you had died.
But they thought, first of all, everybody was mad because why are you eating this? Now, the point is, if we were all mad, can all students be mad and their teachers or their authorities, the Ghanaian authorities?
At the same time.
So that was a big cultural thing for me as a Ghanaian and as a young man, as a small boy. I observed it carefully.
Okay.
And like I said, it was a big deal for the Cubans. They brought doctors, nurses, ambulances to check on the whole of the school.
Wow.
You know, check on each student just to see what was wrong with us.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you. Let me ask you at this point. When they discovered that you are still okay, you are still alive, did they join you guys the next time to eat that stuff?
Of course, of course. You know, we spent many years in that school. At
Yeah.
least we spent the first, I think, 6 years
Yeah.
in that type of school. That's the junior high and the senior high.
Yes.
So with time, it became a normal thing for the Cubans because they learned it from us.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
you Nigerians have Gary,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
also have Gary. Initially, when you show a Cuban Gary, they was shocked. They were shocked. What is this? How can you consume this?
So, but at
But
the end,
Gary is a big deal for us. It's a good food
correct.
for us.
Yeah.
And we eat it soaked or cooked or with just boil oil, boil water.
So, you exported part of your culture to them,
Exactly. We
and
were
imbibed,
telling them how we live.
and you also imbibed some of their culture.
Of course, of course.
Okay.
When you stay such a long time in a place, you learn everything about them.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah. What other
I mean, that
experience?
is that is where we were formed. Can you
Right.
imagine a 13 years boy? And then when I was leaving Cuba, I was around 29,
Ooh,
28,
okay.
29.
Right.
That should tell you how impactful the whole program was.
Was okay. All right. Let's get on to another experience you have, maybe because you've mentioned
Oh,
you've been
thank you.
to so many
Thank you so much,
places.
sir, for the
Right.
opportunity once again.
Yeah.
As I was saying, you know, I have had an opportunity of traveling quite extensive.
Oh, I can notice from what you have been saying. All right.
Yeah. So far, I think I've been to 13 countries. Within Africa, about 5. And outside of Africa, the rest, adding up to 13.
All right.
Now,
Let's go with the experience. Some other place.
I have been to, for instance, India on 2 occasions.
Okay.
And one thing which was a big deal the very first time I went to India, which was I think 2015, was I went to a school in a province, or what we call here in Ghana, region. I don't know how you
Region.
guys call it in Nigeria, but we
Right.
call it
State.
region here,
Yeah,
which is
state or
province.
whatever. Right.
Okay, you guys call it state. We call it region. In India, they call it province. I recall we were in a province called Hyderabad, which is the
Okay.
southern part of India.
All right. It's famous for
Now,
engineering. Is that correct?
yes, famous for engineering and technology. IT. They
Technology.
are so into IT.
All right.
So as an IT person, I had an opportunity of going to FEDA for a short course of 6 months. So I was in Hyderabad that long, 6
Yeah.
months. Now, I remember there were a couple of Africans among us. There were people from Madagascar, Zimbabwe, Kenya, different people. So most times, Saturdays, we will group as Africans or as foreigners, and then we will move to town together.
Yeah.
From our school, we moved to town. Now, one thing which stood out for us the very first or the second time that we went to town from our school was we were in a big shopping mall. I think in the eighth floor. And then, you know, the Indians are very traditional and very, they take their culture very serious.
Yes. And religion,
now,
right?
The religion, culture, and then tradition. Now,
right.
There was a lady, we were in a shopping mall on the 8th floor. We were trying to buy t-shirts and perfumes and things like that. Now, this lady, Indian lady, a sales girl, she sees us, she gets close. She speaks quite good of English.
Yeah.
And she became friends with us because she realized that we were all speaking English.
Right.
So she started assisting us. Now, these people, based on their culture and their tradition, when you are about to get married, let's say if it's a Tuesday and your marriage is about 2 weeks away, they have a particular painting they do on your hand.
Okay.
Just like our Muslim brothers do here in Ghana. Yes. I see that a lot in Ghana.
Right. Even Somalis do the same.
Okay, they paint your hand and your legs. Now, we Africans, some of us didn't even know that. So the lady comes around and we started touching her. What I mean by touching her is Like you touch her arm, you are speaking with her, you hold her hand. And she was very friendly. She followed us because she realized we didn't understand the meaning of the paintings all over her body.
Okay.
But there was a problem. The CCTV camera was being watched in there by the security.
All right.
So when we finished buying every item and we are about to exit,
yes,
and we were about to go and pay, they arrested us, especially we who were playfully touching the lady by her arm. We were touching her because, oh, please reduce the price. Oh, please this, please that. And she was nice to us. She was very nice.
Right.
She didn't get offended at all. But those old men in their CCTV room ordered for the shop to be closed down there at the exit so that we would be arrested.
Wow.
And we were truly arrested. It took us between 2 and 4 hours for the authorities of our school to come down, the Indian authorities to come down, and our school was quite a distance from town. So they had to drive there, and then when they drove there, it became a heated exchange. Because our authorities understood that we didn't know. We wouldn't have touched the lady, we wouldn't have. And the lady also was saying to them that, look, these people don't know. So they are no fault at all.
Right.
Look, Professor Uche, between 1 and 4 hours, we were locked up in a small room, about 6 of us.
Oh.
Yeah. They took it that serious.
They took it that serious. Meanwhile, for you in Accra, that was a normal thing to do.
It's a normal thing. You are in a shopping mall. Yes. There's a sales lady. You are just talking to her.
Chatting.
And you touch her hand.
Yeah.
You touch this part of her hand.
Yeah.
You touch here. And it's normal. It's so normal.
Because you can say
something. Also saw that it was normal.
You can say something. Hey, madam, or young lady, reduce the price. What do you mean? I mean, I get it. I get it. So how did it end?
She wanted to sell.
Yeah. How did it end?
No, well, it ended because our authorities from the school came.
Yes.
They had to make a strong case, and then we were eventually allowed to go. But the experience was that bad, it was that shocking because why do you arrest me for touching somebody's hair? You are telling me I should know the meaning of the painting on her hand.
But you didn't know.
We didn't know. And we were so innocent. We were so naive. We just didn't know. There was no way we could know.
Okay.
And you see, most importantly, what struck out for me was the lady didn't take offense at all.
At all. Okay.
Because she, as a sales girl, wanted to sell. And she really sold because we all bought from her. She was speaking English. She was that nice. She was very open. So she managed to sell everything to almost all of us, about 6 of us.
All right. Okay. Let me ask you this final question. Now, what did you learn? If you put the 2 experiences together, what did you learn? Because that is what this forum is all about. What did you learn from those experiences?
Well, I think with the Cuban one, I realized that to some large extent, I think everyone should find a way of reading about the other's culture, the other's tradition, before the exchange, because they didn't have any information at all about our eating habits. All they know is a group of African young people are here with their Ghanaian authority teachers and and we were there and we were having fun. And it was on a festive day and we were just having fun because it was a festive day for us. And then with the India one, I think it was nasty. It was a bit nasty for us because why do you lock us in a room for no offense? So we were in pain. And then when they took us out, they explained everything to us that this is why you were, because they played the CCTV to us. Yes. And they realized no touching was wrong. Nobody touched any part of the lady to provoke anything. But just that we didn't know,
Okay,
I think what I learned was, what I want to say to end is that the learning was, there should be more education, of cultures globally. And that's why your forum comes so handy. It's so a nice one. I think the push is good.
Yeah, thank
you.
I
appreciate this a lot.
Thank you very much. We have to end it at this point. I want to thank you very, very much for sharing those experiences from all the way from Cuba and then in India.
India, but
Now, what
Hyderabad to be precise.
Yeah, Hyderabad. What I would like to say is that if anybody who is watching is interested in joining this program, all you need to do is to email me crossculturalexperiences. Don't forget the S. crossculturalexperiences@gmail.com so that we can chat. Now I know that you're wiser. Now I know that you're Indian. Those guys who locked you up now understood that you meant no harm. The Cubans understood, even joined you in eating. So
yes, they join us in eating every time. Every time. Thereafter.
All right. Okay. Thank you again for your time and
thank you so much for the opportunity.
Okay, then. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.